Okay, now we're going to graph lines. So we remember how to graph points, so let's do a recall. If I had the point 2, 3, I start at 0, 0, and then I go right 2 and up 3. Okay, and there's a point. Okay, that's graphing points. Now I have a line. Let's say I have y equals 2x plus 1. And we're going to evaluate this line by plugging in some x values and calculating the y values, and then we'll graph them and connect them. So we don't need it that long. Let's plug in 0, and you can choose any value for x. So let's say pick 3 values for x. I'm going to pick -1 and 1 and 0. And now the next thing, this is a sort of a step, is we're going to calculate or evaluate the y value for each one of those. So let me do that over here. So let's plug in 0. So you take your equation, y equals 2x plus 1, and we're going to calculate what the y value is when x is 0. So this is the x, this is the x, so you take the 0 and you plug it in there. Y equals 2 times 0 plus 1. And you do your order of operations. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, that value, to be clear, this value right here, in pink, is going to show up right there. Okay, that's what I mean by calculate the y value. Let's do the next one, -1. Y equals 2 times -1 plus 1. And I'm going to multiply. Order of operations says do that first. And then I do the addition subtraction. So -2 plus 1 is -1. Okay, that value right here goes right here. Let's do the third point. When you graph lines, it's always a good idea to have 3 points. You can do it with 1, I mean, you can do it with 2, but it's sort of minimal. So I always do 3. Let's stick with our color system here. Okay, so now there's 3 points. Now we're going to go back and do what we did before when we were graphing just points. So let's get a little coordinate axes there. And it's fairly light, but I think you can still see it. 0, so move left or right 0, and then up 1. Okay, that's 0, 1. -1, -1. Okay, this is a left 1 and a down 1. This is right 1 and up 3. Okay, now we'll connect them. Oops. You see how I wiggled there? That's all right. We'll just go like this. When you use graph paper or the computer, it obviously comes out nicer. Okay, lines are straight and they have arrows on them. Okay, this method of graphing lines is immature. We've got better methods, but for an introduction, this is the way you should be doing it. So pick 3 x values, calculate the y values, plot those points, and connect it with a line. And don't forget your arrows. The online homework programs often leave off the arrows, which drives me crazy because lines go on forever. So you should have arrows. Okay.